Good morning. Thank you so much for your company. It is Friday the 5th of September and this is your news today. Coming up, legendary Italian designer Giorgio Armani dies aged 91. How he's being remembered this morning. Plus, 4 Australians share in an epic $80 million Powerball win. And Bluey's big announcement. New details on when the Blue Heeler blockbuster will be hitting the big screen.
Australia's Prime Minister has held further talks with the US President Donald Trump, describing the call as warm and constructive. Let's go live to US correspondent Jonathan Kersley. Jonathan, what did they discuss?
Well, David, according to the Australian Prime Minister, it was critical minerals and what Anthony Albanese described as shared security interests. You may well take that to mean AUKUS, the $370 billion submarine plan, has been under review by the Pentagon of the Trump administration for months, and a report on that could be handed down in a matter of weeks. But this call between Anthony Albanese and the US President Donald Trump is the 4th time the two leaders have spoken on the phone. As yet, nothing face-to-face, but that may well come potentially later this month, when the Australian Prime Minister travels to the United States for the High-Level Leaders Week at the United Nations. We have asked the White House for a response to this phone call between the two leaders. As yet nothing. We'll bring it to you if indeed something comes through. David.
All right, thanks for that, Jono.
Police will form a guard of honour today for one of the officers gunned down in Victoria's high country. Live to Christina Hearn in Melbourne. Christine, the funeral will be held later this morning.
Yeah, that's right, Jane. Senior Constable Vadim Devat-Hotar will be farewelled with full police honours at the Academy later this morning. After the service, there will be a police guard of honour down the road as the senior constable is taken to his final resting place. The other officer that was murdered in Victoria's high country, Detective leading Senior Constable Neil Thompson, will be farewelled with the same police honours on Monday. Despite today's solemn occasion, police say the search in the high country for the alleged gunman, Desi Freeman, will not be affected. 450 officers currently in that area, Jane, looking for him.
Christine, thank you. Triple premiership winning AFL coach Mick Malthouse has fought off a trio of armed men accused of ambushing his East Melbourne apartment. The 72-year-old was stabbed with a screwdriver and beaten with a crowbar before going on to chase the young offenders away.
We can't just be governed by unruly people who choose to put balaclavas over their face, hoodies over them, carry screwdrivers and whatnot, and think it's normal.
The suspects remain on the run, while Malthouse says he and his wife have struggled sleeping since the attack.
Yeah, it's an awful thing to experience for them. Well, now to some chilling new audio between a Virgin pilot and air traffic control recorded as Chinese warships conducted live fire drills earlier this year.
We've just had a warning from a Chinese naval task force that they're doing a live firing exercise. Is anyone aware of that?
It's pretty extraordinary, isn't it? Let's go live to today's Sydney reporter, Sarah Stewart. Sarah, air traffic control was in the dark about that exercise.
Completely in the dark until that Virgin pilot told them about the situation. After they did that, air traffic control was able to alert all other aircraft in the area. 49 planes in total were diverted because of this live fire drill. Now, technically, China didn't do anything wrong. They were in international waters, so they didn't have to alert Australia. But pilots and aviation experts this morning are calling the whole situation unnecessary, Sarah.
All right, Sarah, thank you. Victoria's Deputy Premier Ben Carroll has slammed Daniel Andrews, saying the former Premier should never have stood next to world leaders in Beijing. Dictators, rather. Andrews says he posed for an official photograph to improve Australia's constructive relationship with China, but Carroll believes it was too much.
They represent everything we stand against, and we should always never stand with them, always stand against them. Is it worth it for self-interested business purposes to be having a photo standing behind Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin?
It's a view that's actually posed to the Premier, Jacinta Allen, who has released a statement saying it is good for Victoria that Daniel Andrews is held in such high regard by the people of China.
The 16 lives lost in the cable car crash in Lisbon are being remembered this morning as authorities piece together just how it happened. Portugal's Prime Minister has promised as a thorough investigation into what officials are calling one of Lisbon's worst tragedies in recent memory. Heartbreak in the fashion world this morning as a legendary Italian designer Giorgio Armani dies at age 91. Let's go live to 9 Europe correspondent Hannah Sinclair. Hannah, he is leaving behind an incredible legacy.
Yeah, he certainly is, David. Good morning. The Armani Group says Giorgio Armani worked up until his final days and he passed away surrounded by family in Milan. Born in 1934 in Italy, Giorgio served in the military before finding his passion for fashion. The iconic designer built a worldwide multi-billion-dollar empire over the past 50 years. Armani, a pioneer in many ways, elevating red carpet fashion to what we see today. And this morning, tributes are flowing from around the world. David?
Thanks, Hannah.
It is the news football fans have been waiting for. Sam Kerr is back. After more than 18 months on the sidelines with an ACL injury, the Matildas megastar is set to make her return in Chelsea's blockbuster season opener against Manchester City. While it is not clear if she will start, her coach says she is firing mentally and physically. Kick-off is at 4:30 a.m. tomorrow. The game will be live on Stan Sport. Molly Picklum is still riding high after claiming her maiden world title at Cloudbreak in Fiji, arriving home yesterday to a hero's welcome. The Aussie surfing sensation soaking up the moment with family and friends, celebrating the biggest win of her career so far.
Just so happy to bring it home on Aussie soil and to share it with all us Aussies. It's back where it belongs, baby!
You love screaming, don't
you? Yeah, I got too much energy, so you got to let it out some way.
Isn't she fantastic? Well, with this trophy now firmly in hand, Picklum has her sights set on even greater goals, including more world titles and Olympic gold. And from one Aussie superstar to another, the world's favourite Blue Heeler family have announced their big screen debut. Live now to Mia Glover on the Gold Coast. Mia, how long will the kids and their parents have to wait for this?
Good morning to you, Jane. Yes, I put on the chilly ears this morning because this is very exciting. Some 700 sleeps. Kids, families right across the country, even the world will have to wait until this movie comes out. A couple of hours ago, they put it on social media saying August 6, 2027 is the date that the official Bluey movie will be released. Everyone will be so excited by this because not only does it showcase Australia, it showcases beautiful Queensland on the world stage. Jane?
It absolutely does, Mia, but have we been given any indication yet to what this film will be about?
No, not yet, and that is the secret at this stage. However, there's so many episodes, as you would know, Jane, as a mum of two yourself, where they go and visit Nana on the Gold Coast. So maybe the Goldie might get another feature. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm going to put it out there. I reckon Bluey's going to go to America or the United Kingdom. That's my theory.
World tour.
Yeah.
Bluey World Tour.
And how considerate that they're releasing it on your birthday,
So
DC,
nice.
August the 6th.
I'll be 54, but still a Bluey fan.
Still yours.
Don't worry about that.
Well, 4 Australians are celebrating life-changing wins this morning after sharing the $80 million Powerball jackpot. Among them, 2 from Victoria, 1 from Western Australia and a woman in her 20s from Brisbane, lucky duck. It is the first time in over a decade that 4 entries have split the Division 1 prize.
I'm told to read that Collingwood have hit top gear at the perfect time, storming into a preliminary final with a 24-point win over my hometown of Adelaide. I'm so sorry to say it.
DC, facts are facts. After a gritty first-half slog, the Magpies blew the game open in the third quarter, slamming on 5 goals in a blistering burst. Jamie Elliott then iced the game with his 4th major in the dying seconds.
Props it over the top of the square for Elliott. He might get a chance onto the left. He's a miracle worker.
To come over here, you know, no one probably gave us too much of a chance, which we somewhat love, but yeah, really proud of the group right now.
Yes, fly. The Pies now boast a flawless 4-0 finals record against the Crows. Well, let's take a look now at the weather right across the country. Partly cloudy conditions for much of the east coast as well as Adelaide.
While in the west, a powerful low-pressure system will fuel showers and a possible storm for southern WA, but a sunny day on the way to end the working week in Darwin.